and for the laughter meditation, and Dr. Rakesh Shah is here with us, and he will talk more about the different things that can be done for immunity during these things. And Dr. Rakesh Shah is a very active ER doctor. And he has wonderful Facebook page, and he writes a lot about it. But the thing that I love is that he is not talking about fear coming out of all these things. He's talking about how can you live with that, and what can you do about it, like how can you increase your immunity, for example. So laughter is one of the things that was a big learning for me, and this is not just the laughter, there are many things. So Rakesh ji will go with on that one. But Rakesh ji, welcome so much. I know you join many times for the meditation sessions, so we are very grateful that you are joining and taking us deeper into what you have been sharing with the rest of the world on about laughter, about immune boosting. So you are on the spotlight. Thank you so
Okay.
much, sir.
Thank you, Paritosh, and everybody for allowing me this opportunity, to host this meditation. And it's basically a laughter meditation. And Osho has talked a lot about it. Paritosh was telling me this afternoon. What I'm going to share it with you is from the perspective of immunity. Obviously, everybody is right now afraid about COVID and Corona and building the immunity. I am in the front line, although the cases have started going down, so we are okay now. But there were times when there was a constant threat of getting exposed to Corona patient. So obviously, I was taking hydroxychloroquine as a part of the research trial, and I was doing a lot of other stuff to keep myself immune. And luckily, everything is fine. I tested myself a few weeks ago. It was negative. Today only I got another kit to do the testing because I'm part of the trial. So what I'm trying to say is that we can start building our own immunity. So I'm going to give you just a brief 101 on the immunity. There are two types of immunity. One is innate immunity and one is a specific immunity. Innate means it will kill anything and everything that comes to our body. So the defense mechanism does not know the difference between virus or bacteria or cancer cell. Anything that looks harmful, the body will kill it. And that is done by natural killer cell and macrophages. And then there is a specific immunity. So we all need to have a strong innate immunity because we don't know what we get exposed to. And that is where my main focus is. And then the next phase comes is a specific immunity. For example, if the coronavirus enters your body, then the body recognizes that virus antigen and then makes a specific antibodies to counteract that virus antigen while it is there and next time when it comes. So you can induce that specific immunity either through the infection or you can get a vaccine. There are only two ways. And the third is a herd immunity. Herd immunity means the whole community gets the infection and then you are kind of protected that way, like a polio and smallpox. Even though everybody is not vaccinated against polio and smallpox, still the disease is eradicated. So that's just in nutshell. Those who want a little bit more detail about it, I will post a link to my Facebook post, which I have, made a video in Hindi. So those who don't understand Hindi, I'm really sorry. But hopefully those who understand Hindi, they will be able to grasp a little bit detail about the immunity. So now coming to the laughter part, that I'm not a funny guy. I'm not a humorous guy as such like Paritosh is. So it was difficult for me to smile because being in the medical field in the ER, you're always exposed to serious things in the life. So how I'm using it and why I'm using it, that's what I'm going to share about now. Like laughter, basically what it does, it activates the main defense mechanism for the innate immunity is the macrophages and natural killer cells and neutrophils. So those like a first line of defense, we can build it up obviously through the diet and positive healthy living, plus laughter does help with that. The second thing is which is at the fundamental core principle of the any yoga breathing is we all focus on the breathing part, but the reason that helps is because like when I'm breathing normally, that normal breathing, we breathe at the tidal volume, which is just a 500 ml. So if this is a tidal volume, that is where we spend all our life, especially if you're a shallow breather, you don't inhale more than 500 cc every breath, so that's what your oxygen going in and out is. Then there is we call it the expiratory reserve volume. So like if you're running fast, then you are panting. So that is where the extra, that air which is stored in the lung, it comes out. And then there is the inspiratory reserve volume, which is when you take a deep breath, that comes in. So we don't utilize that, we call it IRV, that is the inspiratory reserve volume and expiratory reserve volume. So that becomes a total lung capacity. So most people have total lung capacity of like this because they shallow breathe. But when you do obviously, yoga, meditation, deep breathing, plus the laughter is the easiest way to create it without putting a lot of effort as such, because uh, when you laugh, you know when you do that, basically you are exhaling all, because that expiratory reserve volume is the air which is basically staying in your lung, and that's a carbon dioxide. So what you need, the tree needs the carbon dioxide, but you need oxygen, and which is a fuel in the body. So the laughter basically uh, does that. And the third thing is the feel good hormone. Like, when we feel good in the body, we have endorphins and oxytocin, and those hormones get released, and that's how we feel good. When we hug somebody, when we love somebody, when we kiss somebody, that's called feel good hormone. So this laughter basically helps you release those feel good hormone. Now the brain doesn't know the difference between the laughter that you had because you heard a joke or a funny situation versus you actually induce the laughter, which we are going to do today. So that's another benefit of laughing. And then basically we think that when I feel good, I will laugh. It's other way around. When you laugh, you feel good. Your body, the physical body, will dictate how you feel. If you decide to do so, if you wait to become happy and then laugh, then it may not happen. Now what we are going to do today, it may sound artificial to you, it may sound doesn't feel right now. Don't worry about it, because most of us are not used to laughing for no reason. That is what we are doing. We are putting our body in the motion to create the emotion, and we are doing it for no reason. Whatever we do, we have no reason to laugh, right? Especially in the difficult time of this COVID, where most people are going through difficult time. So this is what we are going to do today. Now, the difference between the humor laughter, like that you laugh at somebody's joke or a funny situation, and this one, see, the real benefit of the laughter comes when it is sustained. Like the expiratory reserve volume, if I can just come get it out one time and then it stays there, then it's not good. But if I can do it sustained for 15 minutes, it basically you are cleansing your lung. So that's one thing, that it has to be sustained. Most of the time, when you listen a joke or see a situation, the laughter is only few seconds, and that also is dependent on whether the situation is right for you, your own mindset, the delivery of the joke, and a lot of denominator that it decides whether you will laugh and you will have the benefit or not. But what we are going to do here, you're not dependent on anybody. You just induce the laughter by making a situation in such a way that you are going to laugh. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. And most of the time when you laugh because of the joke or something, many times it is we are actually putting somebody else down, whether in the physical presence or in their absence, that we are laughing at somebody, and that's not good for the overall our emotional health. Maybe we might feel laugh a little bit, but when we laugh for no reason, we are respecting every human being. I'm not putting anybody down. I'm just laughing because I want to laugh. So with that background, I'm going to kind of divide the whole thing. We're going to do it next 15-20 minutes into kind of three different things. One is there are specific COVID-related laughing exercise that has been created that I'm going to share it with you. Then there are some general exercises, and then there are two specific things that I will show you how to build up the immunity, because the immune cells, the B cells and T cells, they live in the lymphatic system. We have three pipelines in the body. One is the arteries, second is the veins, and third is the lymphatic system. The arteries and the veins, they have their own pumping system. So the blood from the leg, when it comes up, it doesn't go down because there is a one-way system that keeps pumping the blood up. Then the big pump is in the heart where the blood keeps pumping the blood out from the heart. So the arterial system has their own pumping system. The venous system has got their own return system to the heart. So that system doesn't need our external help. Even lymphatic system doesn't need help as such. But if we can help it by doing something to increase the drainage and to keep it moving, because the way you protect your body is all those B cells and T cells. For example, let's say you got a throat infection, right? So strep throat, first time it happens, it just touches your tonsils, right? That is the first line of defense. So there, the bacteria gets trapped. And most of the time, see, I'm always exposed to a lot of patient coughing and sneezing on me, but nothing happens to me. Why? Because I'm immune to it. So most of the time, here it gets destroyed. Let's say you get the throat infection, then you get antibiotic and you get better, but the lymphoid cells here keeps that memory, and then they produce the antibody. So next time that strep comes, most likely that you won't get that problem. So once they are sensed here, then those cells basically go out throughout the whole system because they have to protect the whole system and keep you immune. So we have to pay attention to the whole system, lymphatic system. So I'm going to show you how you can activate that in the third part. So are you guys ready to start the laughing exercise now? Like Paritosh said, that if you feel comfortable, you guys can open up your camera, and obviously we are recording it, so I don't want to be recorded, then please don't turn the camera on. And obviously if you can unmute yourself, I guess, unmute yourself. So that way, the other part of this whole exercise is a group dynamics, because yeah, you can laugh alone, and that is actually a great way to do it. When we all laughing together, it's going to create an amazing group dynamic. So all ready, set, go. So the first laughter, we call it a namaste laughter, because nowadays everybody knows that there's no handshake, right? These are the basically COVID-19 laughter exercises that I'm going to show you. Maybe I think 10 or 12 I have list down. So the first one is we call namaste laughter. Okay, so normally we do namaste, whatever. So but now we'll do a little bit differently. Instead of just doing this, we will
Unmute your phones.
if possible, bow down, because when you bow down, your diaphragm goes up. The second one. Let's move on to the second one. So the second exercise, like once I'm done with the exercise, I guess I'll just do the thumbs up, so you will know that the exercise is over. So then I can move on to the next, because we have a lot of grounds to cover. So the second exercise is, now people say don't shake hand, right? Because people are afraid to catch the corona. So what we do is, like when just imagine that you're meeting somebody and you're getting electric shock. So this exercise is called electric shock handshake. So like if you're meeting somebody, anything like it. You're getting electric current, right? So that was the second exercise. Now we move on to the third exercise. Third exercise. People say that you wash hand, right? So we have to make laughter out of it. So now you're washing hand with the soap and water, right? So take a soap and water. Like this way. Now, the reason I was doing like this, going towards my heart, is because lymphatic flow like this. It doesn't flow like this. So don't wash your hand like this. Wash like this. Okay. So go towards your heart. So that was just hand washing. But now, not everybody will have a soap and water everywhere, right? So then what is the next is sanitizer. So the sanitizer, 3 types of sanitizer. One is the one on the wall, right? So one on the wall, you are in the wall.
Feels bad now.
And sanitizer in the wall, and then if you have a small sanitizer that like you keep in the pocket, so you can do like this. The third one is like a bottle that you press down. So now the next exercise. So you basically greeted somebody, you sanitize your hand, and now you're going to do a social distancing, right? You know, see, eventually we are going to hug and kiss each other, because that's what we want, right? But for now, social distancing. So if somebody comes close to you, then you social distancing. So that's a social distancing. And now lockdown, right? Most people were locked down last one for sure. I don't know how many of you are still locked down, but this is a lock and lock down.
It's a comedy, yo.
You should be breathing hard by now. Now under your tongue, or here, right? But no more, because who knows you get corona. So now the thermometer is here, right? So what you do, like when I go to hospital every morning, they check temperature, make sure that nobody has a fever. Like, you know, you might be noticing at an airport in India that people are taking temperature. So what do? Thermometer, look at the temperature. My temperature is normal. My temperature is normal. First sign of COVID is one of the first sign is fever, because when those the first line of defense, macrophages and neutrophils, when they start fighting, they release interleukin, and that interleukin goes to your brain and it raises your temperature. So that's how they check the temperature. So that was about the temperature. Then they say, do not touch your eyes, nose or mouth, right? Otherwise you can spread the infection. So you just make a laughter out of it. And many places now require you to wear the mask, right? So let's make a laughter meditation out of the mask, okay? So good job, good job. Some people believe that by drinking hot water or gargling with the hot water, you don't get corona. We don't know for sure that's true or not, but who cares? It doesn't hurt to have a warm water gargle, right? So let's take a warm water and take a gargle. Don't take the real water. Just assume that you have a glass of water and just say. That was a warm water. To say that if you take a steam inhalation, because the virus starts with the respiratory system, so some people believe that steam inhalation prevents the virus. So what do? You just take a steam and just take a towel over it and so that was a steam inhalation. So those were the COVID-19 exercise specific. And then what I do is, every morning after shower, I massage, basically touch and feel my own skin. And because the lymphatic system is underneath the skin, it's not on the skin. So we have to gently touch the skin with the oil and massage and touch the lymphatic system. So, and make sure you go from here up, even in the leg, from the foot up, okay? Because everything basically goes towards the heart. So that's how your lymphatic flow should be. So that's a massage. And then once you like massage gently your friend, then you gradually wake him up like a tapping. So that's what I do. I basically tap proximal, basically this way, gently, to wake up my immune system, the whole lymphatic system. Okay, so like from the bottom up. And then I tap specific lymph nodes. Okay, so you can actually go to Google and look it up, the whole lymphatic system. So main lymph nodes, where are the lymph nodes? So it's let's start with the head. So it's around your ears. Okay, it's called auricular, post-auricular lymph node. So you can basically tap the lymph node specifically because you want to wake up those B cells and T cells living in those lymph nodes, because those are your military. They are, you come down, then it is under the neck, it's a submandibular and cervical lymph node. So you can tap both the sides. So that's you're tapping your lymph nodes here, the whole lymph chain here. Okay, so that is done. And then you basically go down to your axilla. There are lymph node in your axilla. So you can tap your axilla, both the sides. And then there are lymph nodes in your elbow. So you can basically tap your elbow. And then you come down here, right in the middle of the chest, underneath your sternum is the thymus gland. That is where the T cells get mature. That's the home for the T cell. And T cell protects you from the viral infection and also cancers and other problems. So T cell, how do you, as you grow older, the T cell becomes, the thymus becomes rudimentary. And those who have a myasthenia gravis, their thymus is bigger many times. So to wake up the thymus gland, you basically like a warrior. You just basically, so thymus tapping. You tap the thymus, okay? And then you go down in your abdomen. In the abdomen, the spleen is the biggest lymph node. So on the left side, there is a spleen. So you gently tap. Do not tap hard, especially if you had malaria or infectious mononucleosis in the past, because typically those two things makes your spleen very fragile and soft. So you can actually rupture your spleen. Actually, I think Amitabh Bachchan's spleen was ruptured in that fight when that guy punched him in the stomach. So just gently tap the spleen so that it wakes up, and don't tap hard. So that's the spleen. I'm going to show you right there, left upper quadrant. And then you basically, this whole abdomen, there is an aorta, and near the aorta, right here, around your umbilicus, there are para-aortic lymph node. So you can tap gently, those lymph node will wake up. And then you can tap in the back also, because the aorta, the whole thing can wake up. And then there are lymph nodes, inguinal lymph nodes right there. So you can tap those inguinal lymph nodes. So that is the lymph node tapping. And you can add laughter to that. For example, like you are doing so that is a combination of and laughter. So now I'm moving on to the last set of these exercises, which is called journal exercises. So let's start. If you want to unmute and get your camera on, we are going to do the same thing again. Maybe I think there are 15, 16 exercises that we're going to do together. So the first one is argument exercise. Like, you know, can you imagine laughing when arguing with somebody? Yes, you can imagine, and you can do it right now. So what we do when we argue with somebody, right? Like this. So we can do like this. So that's argument laughter. Then second one is the cell phone laughter, like you're on the cell phone and talking to somebody. So that was the cell phone laughter. Now everybody is doing a dental flossing, right? Because we want to keep our teeth clean. So we can do mental flossing, okay? Because we want to keep our brain clean. So how do we do mental flossing? Just assume that you got this big floss in your hand. Just take it like this and floss your brain. Clean your brain, clean your brain. Also, so clean like this. So that was a mental flossing, but you clean it this way, clean it that way, but still there is some junk in the brain. So what do? You just take the brain out and clean it. So how do you do it? You unzip the brain, whoosh, whoosh, the brain out, put it in the hand and clean it. Clean your brain. Forget to put it back, put it back, put it back, put it back. Zip it. So your brain, so brain is clean. Now you are relaxed, right? So let's drink a milkshake, okay? Milkshake. And somebody wants to do the cocktail, that's fine too. But you have one empty glass and you have one full of milkshake, but you want to shake it perfectly. So what you do is, like, pour milkshake in 1, then 2, and 3, and then drink it, okay? So let's say we will do A, Let's do it again. If you're milk intolerance, you can throw it away. So milkshake is done. Now, let us say you want to laugh, but everybody's sleeping in your house at 5 o'clock in the morning. So you don't want to disturb anybody with such a loud laughter. So you have to learn silent laughters. Okay. So we are going to learn to laugh silently. Okay. So without making any noise. So let's start.
He's a pro.
Okay, so now you woke up, you got ready, but you are in no mood to go to work. So you are in no mood to laugh either, right? So let's do no mood, no laugh, but still laugh. Okay. So
I don't know how to do it though.
so there is no mood, no laugh, but still laugh, right? And then you suddenly see your wristwatch. Wow, what's the time? Time to laugh. Time to laugh. time to laugh. Then you go to work, you come home, and your family or your wife, somebody says, we got a bill from the credit card company now. It's the end of the month, so we have to have a credit card bill. You know the credit card. Okay, so what do? You open the envelope and you open the bill and say.
Good one.
So that was a credit card bill laugh. Now I saw that we had a few children also join the call. So every age group laugh differently. So we're going to learn to laugh as a child, as a young person, as an old person. So how do kids laugh? See, kids, they don't need to be humorous to laugh, right? They just laugh. They laugh at the body level. Kids, when they're playing, they laugh. They don't need a reason to laugh. They just giggle, right? So we are going to start giggling like a kid. So that was like a kid. So your child was laughing, and now we are going to laugh like a young person. So so that's a mountain pose. That is a victorious laugh. You are victorious as a young person, but then you get old. So how do you laugh? This coughing while laughing is good because it increases the lung capacity. So if you can cough while laugh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. So that was a age laughter. Then we are going to laugh. What happens if you have a lot of ants in your pants? Okay, ants in your pants. So what happens? So it was ant in the pants. Those of you who have a lawnmower, the manual lawnmower, we're going to do the manual lawnmower laugh. How do you start? Start lawnmower like this, right? So that was a manual lawnmower. Now 1 meter laugh, 1 meter like in India. My father used to be a cloth merchant. So he used to measure 1 meter like this, like full arm length. So 1 meter laugh is like, you start like this. Eh, 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 So that was a 1 meter laugh. And now lion laughter. Okay, lion, like a lion. The lion laughter will be good for your thyroid and your tonsils strong. So that's very good for that. Then hot soup sour. Hot soup laughter. Like if you, by mistake, you drank a soup and it was too hot. Either temperature was hot or it was a lot of chili into it. So you were having fun and drank the soup. So that was the hot soup laughter. Now some people are shy. When they laugh, they will hide their face. So this is how they laugh. They try to look through the window, but they just. So that was shy laughter. And now we're going to do appreciation laughter. Like if somebody does something good, then we say, good job or appreciate. So and then apology laughter. So how do we apologize to people?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
So that's the apology laughter. Now the last two are very important. The first one is to laugh at our own self, because when we laugh at our own self, the ego breaks down, and that is what we all need to learn, is to learn to laugh at ourselves. So
I'm like, I was so yeah, like I was like that.
And then the last one, like if tomorrow you start laughing and somebody says, "Why are you laughing?" You say, "You're laughing for no reason, laughing for no reason." Thank you guys. I really enjoyed the session with you. I'm sweating. It's not hot in Atlanta, but I'm still sweating. I'm sure you are sweating too.
Awesome,
And that's a
Rakesh.
great exercise. So back to the host, Paritos. Thank you guys. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So much. Amazing. Great, great. So many.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, original our plan was